There we go.
What's up?
What's up, brother?
Chill.
Dude, I'm so excited you're here.
It's finally, dude.
I'm also like sweating a lot right now because I'm real nervous. Because I feel like you're here, like, and your OCD's kicking in. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't put that there. Like,
No, dude, not at all. This is not my thing. And even if it was, like, I have to learn how to just let off the reins. This is your thing. This is cool. I love it, dude. Thanks for having me.
yeah, thank you for coming all the way out here. I know it's pretty far.
My heart's beating just as fast as yours.
That's good. Okay, then I feel better now.
I got nervous on the way here, too. I was like, oh, shit. I don't think I've ever been on a podcast other than one that I'm hosting. I don't know how to act.
Unless you're doing your own. See, honestly, I like it better because, like, when I go to do yours, I feel so stress-free. Because I'm like, I don't, like, if we start, like, not talking, that's on him. Like, you know? Because you run the show.
Yeah.
So, like, I like it better doing other people's or, like, well, only yours, I guess.
Well, dude, I was thinking the same thing because on the way here, I was like, I just said, I was like, I don't know how to act.
Yeah.
Because when I go and do a podcast, like, my mindset is like, did I charge the cameras? Did I format the memory cards? And on the way here, I was just thinking, I was like, how am I supposed to? Same thing. I thought the same thing. I was like, okay, well, if I stop talking, I don't have to worry about talking anymore. It's all on Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't have to say it. But then again, I'm just like, I was like, what is my position in this podcast?
I know it's. I know you sitting there, you get antsy because you see her when I was setting up, and you're like, okay, I feel like I should be doing something
All the time,
right?
All the
and then
time.
even then, like, they need help with their camera, so I was like, dang, even when you're not working, you're working.
Yeah, it just, I mean, if I feel like I can help in any way, I'll just go help. I feel like it's a lot like my mom.
Yeah.
If you think you can help the situation, you just go help.
Yeah.
So I just helped a little bit.
I do that too. Like whenever my dad would work on cars and stuff, I was always like the guy that was like, what can I do? Can I do anything? Like, he's like, just go get his beers or something. Because he could even be like, yo, get me like a 3/4 wrench and I'll come back with like a fucking screwdriver.
Three.
Yeah, I'm like, I think it's this one. So like, but I always just feel like I have to do, even if I'm doing something like that doesn't make any sense, it doesn't like help the situation at all. It's just like, just go get us like something. Go get us a napkin.
Dude, for the longest time, I hated helping my dad because I couldn't tell the difference. I just couldn't. It wouldn't hit my head what the difference between a Phillips and a flathead was.
Same.
Even though it's obvious. It's obvious. One is a flat head.
Yeah, but that is true. That's very true.
But when
I
you
didn't think about it
say
that way.
Phillips,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Is that the flathead or is that the star?
Exactly.
That's what I always wanted my dad to say. Because he'd be like, get the Phillips. Like, is that the flathead or the star? He's like, I would have said flathead. I would have said the fucking flathead. I'm like, all right, so it's the star.
I'm going to go inside. I don't want to help anymore. This doesn't sound fun.
Yeah. And then it's that thing, too. It's like where, all right, like it's in the garage, like on the thing, like at the bottom. You're like, what? You're like, if I go and I fucking find it, you're fucked.
Yeah, dude, I hated that.
We'll beat the shit out of you.
If I find this, you're fucked.
And I would just be there for like an hour. Like, you found it yet? Like, oh, yeah, I think I found it. Just because I knew if he came, he was going to grab it right away and beat my ass.
Maybe that justifies why we bring the wrong tool. Because if they're like, well, I find
it's better than nothing.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes you look like less like of an asshole.
Oh, man. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you said, but it triggered me. But so earlier I was telling you I went to the post office right here.
Yeah.
Worst experience ever. First off, so I sold my Jordans that I had got from Manny.
The
ones I won. I didn't really like them.
The red ones?
Yeah.
What size were they?
10.
Come, my guy.
What?
Why did you sell them?
So the ones I want, the ones I got are like red in the front and the whole back heel is all white.
Yeah, people.
I want ones that are red. They're like the old Chicago, like the ones that Michael Jordan actually wore.
Oh, okay.
And they're a little bit more, but I was like, nah, I'd wear them. I'm like, I really don't like them. So I ended up selling them on Goat.
How much did you get for them?
120.
Oh, that's chill.
I won them for like $50.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
You made a little profit.
$70. I don't know, do math. But yeah. But so I went. So they send you. So on the Goat app, they send you like the label. So you just stick it on and you just send it off.
Oh, that's
so I didn't see the part where it said UPS shipping. So I took it to the post office, like the basic post office. So dude, I walk in and there's already like a line from the counter to the back. And then there's like another, because it's shaped like an L. And there's another line, and in between are like the boxes, like where you can get your mail. So you can't see on the other side. So I'm walking like, oh, this is a pretty long line. I turn the corner, and the line just goes even longer. I was like, fuck. And some old, and dude, and like I live in the foothill, so it's all snowbirds, so it's all old people.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. And then one of the guys in the back is like, I know a kid, tell me about it. Like, so, and I was like, whatever, like I'm already here. So I was in line. I go through the whole line. I'm there like 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I get to the front. The lady's like, oh, this is UPS. Like, this is for you. This shipping's for UPS. I was like, you guys can't take it.
You mother.
They're like, no, we don't do that. I was like, all right.
And then you look like an asshole because you probably got mad.
I was mad as shit. I was like, so I just waited this long line for nothing, and it's all my fault. 100% my fault.
Yeah.
It's not the lady's fault at all.
Yeah.
But I also hate, I don't know what it is, but when I go to post office, I get this feeling like I can't ask no one anything because then they think I'm cutting, and there's all these boxes where it's oh, drop off out of state or out of town, and then it's what if I drop off in the wrong one? There's so many things going on. I was like, I just want to go to the counter.
My guy, the people at the post office are the least helpful people in the world.
And it's they hate their job.
100% they hate. Who would want to work at the post office?
I kind of do. I want to be a driver.
I kind of do. Well, a mailman's different, but the lady, and it's always a fucking lady.
Yeah, old.
The ladies that work in the post office, and I'm sure they hate their jobs, but people that hate their jobs, you shouldn't be mean to other people because your job sucks.
It's not your fault. It's not their fault.
It's not their fault. It's your fault.
Yeah.
So just because you're working the post office, and then I get it, people get busy because we recently had to deal with that shit because we had to buy. Well, it was last year we had to buy passports, and it was the fucking worst experience ever trying to deal with the post office, dude. I dreaded going, and we had to go to register, take the picture, figure it out, pay the bill. I'm like, dude, I fucking hate it here. It sucks.
Yeah. And even there was a counter, 4 registers, only 2 of them are working. This one lady comes around, she's like, does anyone need to pick up mail? And I'm like, no one needs to pick up mail, obviously. They would just have a key and go get their mail.
Yeah.
And then she's like, no one? All right, fine. Then I can't help no one. And just walked away.
And then they go away.
I was like, what's the attitude? Are you mad because you see a long line but no one needs you?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Do you feel worthless, lady?
Old people are pissing me off.
Yeah, old people do piss me off too.
That's another thing too. I think I was telling you about.
Some of them. Some of them are cool.
No, so they're either old and I lived through World War II, and then there's those other people that are they wear gloves and they wear masks and they wear a whole bodysuit, and then they're giving people stuff with their tongs. But no, today there's people in the post office with no fucking mask on, old people, and I'm thinking yo, I'm wearing this for you. I'm wearing this for you, and you're not gonna wear one. If that's the case, I'm gonna fucking take if you don't care, I don't care.
So we're doing this?
Yeah.
And then you just slip it down.
You're trying to leave early? All right then, bud. I'll fucking.
Are you trying to check out right now?
I got a cousin. He used to have the Rona. I think he still got some left in him.
Oh, bro. I think it's out.
Wasn't talking about you, but okay. You just.
Oh shit! I just sold myself out. Shit. Oh my god! I feel like I had to I feel it's a running joke now. When people see me, I'm just I already had the Rona. It's fine. And then it's just okay, really, it's not fine. My mom is the least entertained by that joke too. I'm just I already had the Rona. It's fine. She's like, you can get it again. I was like, I don't know. Nobody knows.
If you get it again, you have the worst luck in the world.
If you get it again, you suck, dude.
Yeah. You have the worst immune system. You didn't eat dirt when you were a kid.
I know, but you were saying before, dude, I get all even now I feel like a dick because I'll be around people and if they clear their throat how I do on the regular, I feel like an asshole because I stare at people and I'm just do you? I was like, really? You had to be here in public right now? You couldn't just fucking keep everybody else here safe?
No. But I'm glad you're here though because you almost died.
Kinda.
I like that you do that.
What?
That. No. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, the pig thing?
Yeah.
When I scratch my throat?
It's because I listen to this one podcast and one the guys does that every time. He
scratches his throat?
He did that. He did that every time. What the fuck am I saying? But dude, how do you like our setup?
I like it, dude. It's cool. I was telling you when we got here, I like your shit a lot. It's tight. I like the chairs.
Thank you.
I like the chairs. It's way more comfortable than mine. Mine, that's how I got the Rona. I was fucking pottying with somebody and I just had droplets right in my mouth. So I had to switch it up.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of what I assumed. Also, like I said, I like this one because I feel like it's just more comfortable. Also, these chairs, I feel like they're just hugging me.
Honestly, this chair, I was really excited to come here because I wanted to test your shit out because I just want to steal your setup because I like this a lot and I like this and I like having this. I just don't have 2 people filming my shit.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. So we got this. I've been talking about this a lot on the podcast all the time, every time. But yeah, once again, how I'm gonna introduce him. This kid, Hector, on Instagram. He just messaged me all the time, wanted to do the podcast. And like I said, as much as I wanted him to, it was just, this stuff kind of was easy for me, but I also was only doing one camera. And it was taking me 3-4 days to edit shit. So he pretty much just stepped up and was like, dude, I have 2 cameras. I have lighting. I can edit everything. He's going to post to the social media for me. He's going to do everything for me.
Yeah, so don't fucking blow it, Hector.
Yeah, dude. Because the last camera guy got fired. I can't even see him in the back because there's so much lighting.
I know. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure you're doing a great job.
Dude, and now you have your own camera?
Oh, I have
my own camera, and then there's
where's my camera?
I know. I'm gonna do this. And oh, that's not my camera. Is that my camera? Which one's my camera?
Those 2 are right next to each other.
Yeah, those 2 are both my cameras.
Oh, dude, you got 2 cameras?
No, this one's zoom. I'm telling you, if you look at the camera, we're like this. I feel like I don't want to touch my face. I feel like I have blemishes that are showing.
Oh, bro.
We're gonna have to do some big.
I'm pretty sure I had a pimple right
Photoshop. Yeah. Do you ever get in your mustache? You get dandruff? I gotta ask that real quick. Just real quick before I forget.
Dandruff in your stash?
Or just like in your facial hair? Or do you use like a beard oil? Or do you because I use just shampoo in my hair.
No, dude.
My
But
face.
what a big problem with the beard though is when it gets a little bit longer. Not right now. Right now is a good length, but when it gets longer, dude, food's a bad.
Yeah, the other day I had like egg right here. I didn't even know.
Nobody tells you.
Well, Saida told me, but I was like, wait, I had egg this morning.
You know what's funny?
It's still there.
I had egg yesterday.
It probably looked like a yellow booger.
Oh, bro, it's disgusting. Eat no, but I like it, dude. It's cool as shit. I dig it a lot. I mean, it's been a long time, but I don't know, man. It's cool to think about the progress and the history that we have, you and I, with podcasts.
Yeah.
From like Stoked to you having your own, and then how that evolved, having my own, how that evolved, and then now, you know, because I've had you on mine, what, twice now?
Yeah.
Twice, and then this is the first time I've been on yours, and yeah, it's cool, dude. I like it. It's cool to see. I said it on mine. I told you on mine 1,000 times, but it's cool how you learned, pretty much taught yourself. Yeah. And made your own shit. I think it's sick.
That's another thing too. Is I remember we talked about that, and I hate that I said it, but I did say like, yeah, like, you know, I learned everything on my own, and I didn't. Mm-hmm.
No, you pretty much did.
Like as far as like editing goes, yeah. Like I was just going along with that, but like you taught me. Like if it wasn't for doing Slug and Shrug with you with this thing, the recorder would never learn. Yeah. The mics, the volume was supposed to be at, the clapping thing, the lighting. Like all that stuff, like lighting. Jared came in clutch for that, helped me set that up, had up set my camera. Like there's so much stuff that people helped me with. So I don't like to say I did it all on my own because I definitely got help. And the last time, I think, remember when I left the podcast, I was like, how much of a brat do I sound like? Like, oh yeah, I did it all by myself. Nope, no one helped me.
I mean, you kind of did, though. It's not like anybody, I mean, I would give you that credit. You know, I see what you're saying. It's a very humble way to approach it, but I think you essentially taught yourself. And then along the way, you had these people that wanted to help you because, I mean, you put in the effort to even get to this position, which is hard. Because how many people do you know that want to do one, don't do one? Because, like, how many podcasts do you know that's been in Yuma that they don't fucking exist anymore?
Honestly, I'm not going to sound like...
Let's talk shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
So, yeah. I don't want to... I can't even call anyone out because I don't know anyone that does podcasts in Yuma. Because I'm not in that, like... I don't know how you find that. Because that's another thing I was thinking about the other day. Is like marketing. Like, how am I going to get my podcast? Because if I think about that, like, there was other podcasts in Yuma. Yeah. I didn't know about them. So, I'm pretty sure mine's the same way. There's people that don't know about them. So, how 100%. Can I get mine out there? Because... I don't know of anyone's that was in Yuma. I know there was like randomly, like Jared was on projects, you guys were on projects where you guys film people, and I didn't know if they were podcasts or they were just trying to do an announcement for their product. Yeah, like the solar panels and all that stuff. Oh yeah. So I never knew if that was like an actual podcast. So
well, it's very localized too, and I'm just fucking with people. It's just like the thing with Yuma too is like it's very much about, you know, who your circle of friends are. Yeah, and same thing in like. You know, with my podcast, there's a lot you can do with like marketing and getting it out to more people, but I'm just like, I don't fucking, just getting it in the universe is good enough for me. Yeah. Because it's hard enough just to fucking get it in the universe. Like I don't know how to do all the other stuff like analytics, SEO, dude. I don't fucking want to do that.
Yeah. I kind of do that as far as like the YouTube part goes.
The analytics?
Analytics are easier on YouTube because more people watch them and through there.
Oh, you get all the info and stuff? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. See, like that stuff is pretty simple because like, you know, it's nice that you have it because, like, I have Squarespace and all my stuff is on there, and then you have YouTube. So, like, but I mean, Instagram, like, because Instagram's kind of like weird now because it's all the algorithm and it doesn't really. You just have to post more. Yeah, and then you're frequent. Exactly. You told me that. Yeah, but because it's not a timeline anymore, and then you know, the nice thing about Squarespace is you see like where people are getting to the link. And like how they're accessing it. Yeah. That's because like mine, because mine like I have a link tree, and then people go. Most people watch it through my website.
You should do like a separate tab at the bottom, where it says OnlyFans.
See if people click on it. Yeah. Dude,
and then it just reconnect them to like your podcast or like your pictures. Psych. Fucking pervert.
You sick. Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be a funny thing just to see you make an OnlyFans. Yeah. See how many people would click the OnlyFans, and then you can see which one of your friends are sick fucks.
Yeah. Well, no, I have a lot of friends that like they're like, yo, Jordan's got OnlyFans. Let's check it out. Like, and they're not even being creeps about it. They're just like, all right, let's see what he's working with.
Like, but is OnlyFans just for nudes? Or it's just
no. Not. So it's not, but they're also ruining it. So there's like
these little hoes.
Cardi B's doing one, but it's not.
Just talking about politics and shit.
No, it's just her behind the scenes, like her at home cooking, her behind the scenes music videos.
That's
and
what Patreon's for.
Exactly. So I'm like, dude, you're fucking up OnlyFans because now OnlyFans isn't just for nudes.
Yeah.
But
Get out of here.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is I'm not gonna say his name, but I know a certain person real close to me, and he's dated girls that were like OnlyFans girls,
Like famous?
and he was like proud of it.
Oh, he's like,
No,
damn,
they weren't. They weren't like
shit.
famous, but he was like, oh, yo, you know she got OnlyFans, and I would look at her and be like, she's got OnlyFans.
Do you have to be like popular to have an OnlyFans?
No, not at all. Like, dude, anyone can make one.
I'm so fucking lost with all this
But
shit,
like,
dude.
and the thing that's, I think the thing with OnlyFans is a lot of people like them because it's not like porn. You're like, oh, that girl's like professionally. That's
Just a
her
butthole
job.
One in a while,
That's
once
like
in a
her
while.
job. Like, it's just like OnlyFans is like, yo, that's a girl from down the street.
You know what?
That's what OnlyFans is. It's like, that's just a regular girl like me.
Dude, you know what? It's kind of, you know why it's probably popping, right? And I was listening to, I think it was Fighter and the Kid when they were talking about porn. They were talking about how, you know, like overproduced porn is like not as, it's like not as exciting to watch. It's too produced.
Yes.
Like I don't want 4K porn.
No, not
like
at all.
because it's like it's out of your element. And be like, dude, no one's fucking in Yuma in not even just in Yuma, but in my
Nobody's fucking in Yuma. Let's just get that out there.
Everyone's celibate here. I think that's the word. But nobody in my universe that I know is having sex in these giant mansions where everything is white and you can see like the LA skyline and then you're about to get tailored for your suit and then you have sex with your stylist.
Yeah.
That's not happening here.
So,
dude.
and that's another thing too is like I would click on certain like details or like titles of the film or like the clip because they're just clips if you're not paying for it. And and it would say like it's to be like I fucked my best friend's wife while he was out of town.
You son
so
of a
then
bitch.
you watch it and all you get to is like they're talking in the kitchen. Next thing you know, they're fucking. Next thing you know, it's over. And like,
how did it happen?
As soon as it ends, I'm like, how does the title mix with that? Like, where was the part where she's on the phone, like, all right, honey, I'll see you on Friday.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, can I come over? Like, they don't show all that.
Yeah.
So I just have to base it off the title, like, oh, so I just have to imagine, like,
So
before you guys fucked, like, that's your best friend's wife.
There's some work you got to do in your
Yeah.
head. You have to have a little bit of an imagination.
I want like a backstory to
You got
these
to fill in the
pornos.
gaps.
Yeah. I don't like that though.
Yeah,
I'm really lazy when it comes to it.
But when was the last time you actually watched like a full length porn?
Never.
Me neither.
I think 3 minutes and then I'm like, all right, well, I'm done here.
Yeah,
I just exit out. Like, what am I? Oh, I'm gonna be like, he said he's gonna hit it from the back. Like, let's see how he does. Like,
dude,
that.
I just scrub to the good part. Like I'm just like, all right, about 3 positions in, they're just gonna get to the good shit. Let's just go all the way over here.
Dude, I remember I was watching this one where like it was like a 20-minute long video. The first 15 minutes were them driving to the hotel,
Oh my, I skipped it.
or
out.
where they just lay on, or she lays in the bed and they just answer questions
I don't
like, so how
wanna
many
know.
kids do you have?
Dude, porn stars are not good actors.
They're the worst.
The worst actors.
Have you seen? Oh, you know what? Funny. You say that. Have you seen that one that clip where the guy's in the bathtub, and the girl's dressed in like a lifeguard suit, and she's like, oh, you can't be swimming here. There's no lifeguards. He's like, but I'm not in. He's like, what does he say? He's like, I'm not in a pool. He's like, it's a bathtub. So that guy. So if you guys, I know a lot of you guys have seen it, but that guy that's in the bathtub now he's like a changed man. Like
What do you mean?
goes to church. He doesn't do porn no more. He doesn't do drugs. Doesn't do alcohol. Nothing. He's like,
is it the little kid?
no, he's not. It's a porno. It's
But is
a
it
grown
the
man.
kid? Oh, it's a grown man.
It's a grown. I don't know if he's playing a kid. I don't know, but in the clip, that's all it shows. And like he's like in a tub, and she sits next to him like with the little like buoy thing that the lifeguards hold on to, the red ones.
Yeah.
And like she's in a suit, and she's like, "You can't be swimming. There's no lifeguard." He's like, "But this ain't a pool. It's a bathtub." And it's like so corny.
And then they have sex?
And I guess I've never seen the actual porn. It's a clip that's like everywhere.
It's one of those ones that's
I'll
floating
post it up
around.
right here.
It's one that's floating. Oh, hey.
yeah, that one. But no, yeah. So then you see that and you're just like, those are the worst actors.
Yeah, dude.
Or when they're stuck, or I need help with my homework.
Or the fake taxi one's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen the one, like the British one, where the guy hits the brakes and the lady falls forward?
And
She's
her
like,
tits fall
oh,
out?
great, my tits are out. Like with her accent, though. You never did. He's like, and then he's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like,
He's mean, huh?
yeah.
That guy's mean.
Dude, it's so funny.
I get
though.
psychologically involved with these porns, dude. I'm like, that guy's a dick.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I don't like watching them, because I get emotionally involved.
Oh, definitely. But from like listening to like other, like for instance, The Fight and the Kid, they know like, especially when Brian Callen was on, he knew a lot of the like porn stars and stuff.
Like Asa and shit.
Yeah, and he was like, they're really sweet ladies. He's like, and then like Brian's like, yeah, after you just get done like seeing them get their like throats like stabbed, like.
Oh my god, I couldn't imagine dating one, bro. I couldn't. It couldn't do it. Like even the thought just sickens me. Like there was this guy I was following. His name's Aubrey Marcus. He's like the owner of On It. That same.
Isn't he going celibate or he doesn't have sex?
Dude, that motherfucker's always doing something crazy. It's kind of annoying. It's like, dude, just fucking live. Why do you have to go to the extremes?
That's how I feel about Rogan.
He goes to the extremes.
Always.
He does. For some reason, it doesn't bother me. But teach his own. But for some reason, it bothers me with Aubrey Marcus. Maybe because I don't know. But it bothers me. But this guy, he went so. But like, I feel like Rogan wouldn't do. I'm all defending him. I feel like Rogan wouldn't do something like this. My guy had to prove to himself so hard that he didn't have an ego, that him and his wife, and maybe this is a total assumption, him and his wife had that agreement to have an open marriage. And then he wrote about it.
Oh, I did hear about that. Brendan Shaw was talking about it.
Dude, fuck that.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. I have too much of an ego.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, no. Even just, and he was, he like talked about it in a podcast, and he was saying that even the thought of him knowing that his wife was about to have sex with another guy in like their house, he like made him want to throw up.
Oh.
Cause like he would know when it's gonna happen. Like, could you imagine? Like you leave your house and you know your girlfriend's about to have somebody. Oh my god, it's funny because like as you're lifted your head up, I just imagine somebody drawing like like an animation of what's in your head.
And it's funny because I'm staring at my camera like I have a camera now,
and I'm looking at you right here, and I was just like, oh my god, I just want to go. What is he thinking?
Oh, no, because I was trying to imagine that. Like,
I don't
would
want
I be
to.
mad? But I don't know if it's an ego thing or like a not being jealous. It's really tough for me to get jealous. So like to think about it, knowing that it's not ever gonna happen. At least I hope it doesn't.
That's a really good trait.
It is and it isn't, because I can see where like the girl would be like, well, does he not care about me? Like, what if I do this, he's not gonna
like
do
she's
it?
trying to prove a point.
Yeah, but like, I mean, unless I don't know, like, even if I hear people like, oh, like I saw her with so and so, I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I guess I'll find out. Like,
see you later.
Yeah, deuces. But so when you say that, I try to think about like, but I mean, I guess something like that would make me mad, but at the same time, because I know it's not gonna happen and it would never happen, so I would hope it wouldn't. Then I don't really get as mad.
I have a problem with not knowing.
Not knowing what.
So like, say like my girlfriend cheated on me, and someone's like, yo, so and so, like your girlfriend just cheated on you. I saw her with some other dude in the back of whatever,
okay,
blowing him, and I would be like, what the fuck? And like the only thing that
I'd be like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? What would make me the most mad is not knowing for sure. Like if she told me, she'd be like, yeah, I'd be like, all right, well later.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, that's how much it meant to you.
Yeah.
See, I say that now, but if that shit happened, maybe I'd be crying like crazy.
No.
Probably.
Maybe.
But my initial, I feel like right now, really.
I was hoping you were gonna say no.
I'm such an emotional wreck. I'd probably cry.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Maybe because like in my experience with girlfriends at this point, I'm like, if you're gonna do some shit like that, later.
Yeah, I've had that talk with my girl too. I was like, I just want to let you know, like, if you ever cheat on me and like I find out somehow and you end up saying it's true, I just want to let you know, like, I'm not gonna freak out. I'm just gonna be like, all right, cool. Like, who's moving out, me or you?
You can leave.
Yeah, like, and I'll be that nice. So I'll be like, well, should I go find a place, or are you gonna stay here? Like, I just don't want to be around you. Like, if it was that easy for you to do that, then it's just as easy for me to leave you.
Then I'm out.
Deuces.
And then go straight to the crest.
Oh,
if it was open. Let's just hope you don't break up during.
Pull out a laundry list.
Oh no way, yeah, dude! I was thinking about it. Like, I'm like, it would be so hard because I'm in a group message with like Andy and like all of our cousins.
Yeah, yeah.
And like they're always fucking around on there, and they're all single now,
except
for Pookie. And I'm like, great.
He's getting married.
Yeah, except for Pookie. And I'm like, great guys, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody's single now. When I have a fucking girlfriend, you guys suck ass. It would have been
always
way
like
fun when we all would have lived together, because when Andy and I lived together, he was dating Jess.
And you were too.
I did have a.
You were
but
like
for like a year.
Oh yeah.
And before that, we were trying to get wild, which is so fun, dude. But
It
anyways,
is.
now that they are, I'm like, dude, this would have been so much more fun. But I mean, it still is fun. But it's just funny because, like, they talk about it, and then it gets my mind going. I'm like, I couldn't even imagine right now. A, quarantine. B, the social media thing. Like, I couldn't imagine how hard it was.
Yeah, not only that, like, when you go out, all you see is this. So you just kind of have to base it off that. And I'm just going to tell you right now, there's so many times that I've seen, like, just this and be like, And then they take the mask off, and I'm like, ooh.
I wonder what your mouth.
Like in like those corny like comedies. Oh, you hot mama.
Yeah,
like dude, it must be tough dating right now during quarantine.
It's funny because I always want to wonder what people's mouths look like. I'm like, I wonder what your mouth looks like based on your voice.
It's so funny because my girl, like I said, she works at that store now. So now like she'll be like, oh, so and so hit like, or some guy hit on me today. I was like, all right, cool. And she's like, but like, why does he do that? Like, what if I have like messed up teeth or like I have bad breath? I'm just like, yeah, that's exactly what I would be thinking.
Roll the dice, baby.
This looks good enough for me. And I think that's why like a lot of those girls like in like I don't know, like in the Middle East, they just get away with this.
But, oh, dude, my God! But how many of those girls do they take those things? Oh, they don't.
And they are bomb as fuck, huh?
They are bomb. Those girls are beautiful.
It's very true.
But like they got this going on.
Not in Yuma.
Not a lot of them.
No, you just got a mask full of makeup on it.
Some of them I kind of like. Some people I prefer talking to them with the mask because I don't have to watch their stupid mouths move.
Their stupid mouth.
I prefer you to put a mask on because your mouth is stupid.
That is true. It hides a lot of people's insecurities as far as like teeth and breath go.
Yeah, I feel like it's a positive thing. Yeah, it's getting a little cold. I put a mask on. My nose isn't cold anymore. That's a real thing. Or when the dust is out. Yeah, I wear a mask.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm not mad at it, man. People fucking make a big deal of it. Like, oh, then don't fucking wear it, asshole. And if you get sick, then you get sick.
I just want the option not to wear. I think that's all it is.
Stupid idiot.
Huh? Sorry.
You want the option to not wear
I just want the option to be like you can wear a mask or you don't have to wear it.
Yeah, but that's kind of how it is. Oh, no, if you can't go inside restaurants. Yeah, they should fucking relax on that.
Do you see people with masks off?
No.
You've never, you never go to Walmart, you just see one person like, okay, so I guess he doesn't have to wear his mask?
Not that I'm super aware of, because right now I'm almost like, actually, no.
Oh, you don't go out? You don't go out?
No. I go to store. I don't go like.
I go to store.
I go to like I go to Sprout. I go to Sprouts like every other day.
No, Sprout. Okay, first off, Sprouts is like everyone.
I love
they're
Sprouts.
The ones that
don't
like
you fucking dare just.
No, I love Sprouts too. But the
Sprouts,
people that shop at Sprouts are the people that invented masks.
Wear masks.
Yeah,
it's you fucks.
Yeah.
No, it's not. So where do you go? What about Walmart? There's people. There's probably fucking.
So okay, so when I go grocery shopping, I have a list.
Yeah.
I have a Walmart list.
You're one of those.
I have hell yeah, because some shit's cheaper at some stores. I'm going to adult now, dude.
Yeah,
I know how to save money.
I'm an adult.
I use coupons.
Dude, did you do the digital ones or the?
They have digital.
Wait, you say what? I don't got to clip and put the binder anymore.
No, like yesterday we went to Jack in the Box. I used a coupon because we get them now in the mail.
I'm fucking lazy. Oh, because you have a fucking house now.
Yeah, but also so I had to cut some. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't use coupons. I'm a little embarrassed. I'm just gonna say that.
To using the coupon?
I am.
The coupon?
Yeah. Because I feel like every time because then when I go to pay and they're like, oh, one of these guys.
This is a great conversation, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm not being sarcastic.
Thank you. Go ahead. But like, no, like seriously, like especially if you go through the drive-thru, most of the things are drive-thru now. So like, you order your stuff and then you get to the front and then you're like, oh, I have this coupon. Then I feel like they just have to do everything different, like on the computer. And then I give them this and they're like, cheap ass.
I get mad at people that are in front of me that make it more than what it is.
Yeah.
Like, figure it out.
Yeah.
Cash your card. Mm-hmm. Be ready before you bring your shit. Know it. Like, sometimes I use 2 cards and I feel real guilty because like I want to do half on one and then half on the other one, and I feel like a real piece of shit. But like when people go up and they want to do and they just take more time than they should, it makes me upset.
Yeah. The worst is when a card declines. No, the worst is
embarrassing.
The worst is when a card declines, and you know damn well you have money.
Oh my god!
Because you're just like, no, I know. Try it again. Normally,
I just got money.
So normally,
the first thing everybody says, I just got paid.
normally it's like, okay, I know I have $5, and they're like, oh, it's 3 something. I'm like, okay, I know this covers it. You give them the card, they decline. You're like, you pull the card away right away, and you pull another one, and then if you have money, you'll like give them the card. They'll be like, it declined. You're like, no, try it again. Like, you know, because you're like, I know I have money this time.
It's funny because like when that happens to me, my first reaction is to look at the people behind me to see if they're mad because I get all embarrassed. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
I
don't even say I'm sorry. Actually, I think I just go like this.
If
I'm acting it, I just go there and I'm like, fuck, and I just do that. Yeah, I don't even want to look at them. I just look that way to know that I'm acknowledging that I'm fucking up.
Also, nowadays it's easier because like you have a mask, so you're like hiding behind something. They're not gonna remember your eyes or anything.
Yeah, just
so it makes it easier.
Look forward because nobody can see that in your face. You're doing this.
Every time you go to Chevron, they're like, oh, it's the kid whose card declines. Like, now they can't do that because I have a mask on.
There's so many people, like, that work at stores that I want to know what their mouths look like because I've seen their face so many times.
That's weird.
No, it's... Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you're just like, oh, I bet you got a pretty little mouth on you.
I just got a nice little mouth on you.
Nice little kissers. Nice teeth.
Dude, I just want to know what people's... Like, some people... Like, it's mysterious.
Kinda.
But I don't know them.
It's like people with clothes on. Sometimes you kind of like, wonder what that person was like naked. And, you know, It's pretty similar.
I'm trying to think about it. I'm not trying to just I'm trying to think about it. No, it's different.
Because single, you would have been like, yeah, I get you. And
No,
then,
because
and then you would have been like, no, never mind.
No, because I was gonna say, if you're attracted to them and you want to,
You know, okay. Do you ever do this with your girl? Like you're in public, like
she's
a bar.
because you said that already. She's gonna be like, if she's listening to this,
Yeah.
already, and because I stopped it,
She's gonna listen to it.
she's gonna say this. You better fucking not.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do it anyways.
Okay. You know, and that's the thing too is like, I think it's cool because like whenever I have other guests on, usually their girlfriends will add like the podcast Instagram.
Yeah.
And I know they watched it because they want to know like what the fuck motherfuckers say about me. and like whenever I did Chris's, you know, Gabby would do, and then my buddy Manny, his girl would watch. I know they did. So your girl's gonna watch this.
She used to watch my podcasts.
No, Cider doesn't watch any of them.
Really?
Yeah,
She
and
used
I
to.
like it.
She was so great, bro. She's still great. But she would come to my pre-COVID. She would come to my podcast and watch me do it live,
That's dope.
and then she would listen to them before we started dating. And now I feel like she doesn't give a shit.
Cider's here most of the time. Now I'm trying to schedule when she's working, but when she is here, she's usually in the background, like saying comments, and I'm like, shut up.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
You want to get over here? But
Okay, sorry.
so most of the time she's here. So I think about it, like she doesn't need to watch it. She was here for the live thing, the live taping.
I'm just joking, Alexis. I'm sorry.
But so okay, going back to my question. So like I like to do it because then it's also kind of weird, but it's also like only I know it, unless there's another guy in here that knows they're naked.
Okay.
But anyways, I go into like a public place, Walmart, a bar or like a dance floor, right?
Okay.
And you're seeing your girl again, like grinding, like dancing, having a good time with her friends, and you're just like looking at her like, I know what you look like naked. Like I just imagine her like butt naked with all these people, and I can imagine like the way her butt looks, the way like
you know what it looks like.
Yeah,
naked.
and you're just like,
well, yeah, like especially
but do you do that though?
Yeah, because like that's what you're trying to go to Pound Town after.
Yeah.
So then you
very
imagine
true.
her naked, and then that's so normal.
Let's get
But
out
you
of
know
here.
what? Now that I think, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Let's
right
skedaddle.
What did
huh?
I do?
But then even when we were single, when we would do that, the whole thing was you want to know what they look like naked.
Yeah, and I think I'm not calling myself like a man whore, but I think
We had a good time.
in my run,
In my run,
I've seen what people look like with clothes on, and then I've seen what people look like without that clothes on.
Yeah.
And it's not the same.
you know it's
Tight pants, pull up some stuff that droops. Bras, pull up some stuff that droops.
Don't believe everything you see.
Yeah, dude. So
It all
for
just
all you
falls
single
up.
guys, all you young kids here, no, I'm just kidding. They're young as shit. But yeah, dude, you cannot trust that like certain clothes.
No, man, tell her to make OnlyFans first. Check her OnlyFans first. Check her OnlyFans.
Make OnlyFans, but only I can see it.
But only me.
OnlyFans for only me. That's what I'm gonna name this episode. OnlyFans for only me. That's a good one.
You could just send it in a text.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But just the inconvenience of having to do all that is pretty funny.
Yeah, it's very true. But
oh my god!
and then I guess then whenever you're single, you're also like, I wonder if she looks like naked.
The rush of being single was so fun, but I fucking hated it. I had no game.
I like to think I did.
No.
But I also like to think.
Hey,
I also don't like to think.
Hey. let's be honest.
No, let me finish.
Neither of us.
Let me finish. I like to think I did, but also I don't like to think that they were also like really easy. I was like, either I have really good game or I'm just like hitting all the hoes.
Just get it. I'm just the man.
Yeah, like
I like to think that half of it is just because we're cousins with Gabriel and Tommy.
maybe. But it doesn't work that way with everyone. Like
We have a cool family, dude.
We've said it multiple times. Tommy doesn't do anything. I've seen him when he goes out.
He's kind of a magician.
It just happens.
And then you go there, you try the same thing. You go there, and you're like, "Are they gonna put a Raiders jersey
just-
on?" And then you go out there at the crest, you're just like, "Come to me."
They're coming to me any second.
And
No,
meow.
I've seen. I don't want to call him out, but I've seen where like one of my
I'm so
uncles.
sorry about that.
That's fine. It's the cheap table. It's fine. Don't touch it though, please. But I've seen where like he'll be in a bar or like in the crest, and he'll just be like, "Yeah, I want that girl over there," and he'll like point at her, and I'm like, "All right, cool." And next thing you know, I turn around and he's over there with her. And next thing you know, they're dancing. And next thing you know, I can't sleep in the house because he needs the whole house to himself.
And I can't sleep out because he plans on going all 9 holes.
He got the girl that he fucking pointed at.
Oh my god!
I
I
don't
don't think
even
I've
know.
ever done that.
I would be like, that's one girl that I will never get, but I want her. And then I just point. And then
That'd
I
be
just
fun.
point.
You go look over there. That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
And you know what's so sad when you think about it is when you go out and you're single, unless you're like like a fucking a 10. Like you're like 9 times out of 10, you're just going to dance with your boys, get drunk, and then go home and go to sleep.
100%. Or hit up the girl you've been talking to on Instagram for like 8 months.
And hoping she comes out.
And then be like, oh, I'm going to sleep. You fucking liar.
Yeah,
I just see you at the other bar.
Yeah.
I just saw you.
Dude. It's so funny too because I do it when I talk to Saito's little brother. He's always asking me, he's like, dude, so this girl, like I Snapchat her and like she looked at my story, but she didn't Snapchat me back.
Oh, you're.
And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Wait, hold on. She looked at.
He sent a Snapchat and then she didn't open his Snapchat, but in his story, she saw that she looked at it.
Confused.
Let's put it in Instagram terms. So
Yeah, this might be easier.
So he sent her a message on Instagram.
Okay.
And then he posted a story in his public story where everyone can just
And
look
she
at
looked
it.
at it.
She looked at it, but she never
Oh.
replied back to his message.
That bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
and it's
fucked up.
And it breaks my heart.
But then again, bro, I actually knew what you meant now that you explained it.
Yeah.
If he mentions that, he's out. So he has to be.
100%.
He has to be cool with it.
100%.
Because as soon as he's like, I fucking saw you looked at my story, but you didn't reply. And he doesn't have a deep voice.
No.
I saw you looked at it and you never replied. So what's up with that? She can be like, see you later.
Is my brother or my sister, and my girl's little brother Debo? Why does he have such a deep voice?
So I fucking.
You do that a lot though.
Everybody's voice is the same.
Any guy is just that.
So I fucking.
Like if it's me, it's like, I said I was gonna be here at this time, and I got here this late.
Because most
I'm
of the
Jordan.
time,
I'm always late.
Because I'm mocking somebody. Because every time I mock someone, it's because they're being an idiot.
That's very true. But my girl does that too. Like she'll mock her brother, and she'll do voices like that, and he'll even be like, "I don't sound like that." She's like, "Yeah, you do."
Yeah,
and
you
then,
sound like an idiot.
Shut up. Yeah, you do. And then it's like when it comes to the girl, she just has the same voice for everyone. Yeah, it's like no one sounds like that.
Well, I'm not good at voices, guys. So this is like whatever.
I wish I was, because then I'd be like, if I was talking about Jer, and I could have Jer's voice, and then if I was talking about like Keeks, I could have Keeks' voice. What I was talking about.
Actually, no, I lied. I'm actually really good at mocking people.
In that moment, though, right?
Yes.
But like if I was really like, do Steven, you'd be like,
no,
I have to hear him. Yeah.
But if he did something dumb and I heard it, I'm like a fucking parakeet. If I hear him do something stupid and say something in a funny way, I can say it just like him.
Yeah. I think it's easy to do that with like certain girls that have high pitched voices. Yeah, like if they say something like that, like, oh, you're being stupid, and then you can legit say it the same exact way.
Dude, Alex,
and they're like, wow, it's not just
my
like me.
friend Alex has the funniest. He can make me laugh at any moment if he did this, but he never wants to do it. He never wants to scream like a girl. It's the funny. Well, he's alive.
I know, but my brother says it all the time, and I just think it's funny.
Sky or
Ambrose?
Of course.
We'll be like listening to like 2 Chainz, like rest in peace 2 Chainz, like, but he's alive. And he's like, he'll be dead soon. Like all these rappers
we
are
don't
dying.
know.
Yeah.
He screams like a girl, dude. It makes me laugh.
I think I've heard it when he was
hard.
at the lake with us.
The funniest thing, I probably made him do it. I'm like, and I had to beg him. I'm like, dude, can you please just scream like a girl?
I think he don't like being put on the spot.
He's like, it's fucking annoying. I was like, dude, it just makes my day. Do you not like making my day? What kind of sick human are you?
He's like, no. He's like, you paid me to be here, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
You're like, oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
pay extra.
Never mind. No, don't do it.
Damn. Have we been? I just want to go past 30 minutes. Are we good?
You could have just been like, so.
I know. No, because I want to talk about something, but I don't want to talk about it, and then we cut at 30 minutes.
Do we need to cut?
I don't
Because I
know.
got to piss hard.
Where are we at? Huh?
40
Oh, shit.
minutes?
40 minutes?
Both of us.
Dude, there's this commercial where this, I think it's like Deal Dash, I think it's what it's called. And it's like where people buy like MacBooks for like $10, but really they're paying $10 like a week.
Yeah.
You know? And then there's this one commercial, and the guy's like, "I got these suitcases for $40," and he says it's so dramatic. And every time I see that commercial, I'll like for the next like 30 minutes, I'm just like dollars. And so I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "It bothers me that he says like that."
Dude, I fucking miss being a goof. Like for some reason, I don't know if it's because like I got older or I got like busier. I hate using that, but like I don't know what happened, but I feel like I used to be so goofy. And I'm like not as goofy anymore.
I feel like everyone watching and listening to this will be like, "Dude, you're still pretty goofy. You're a goofy ass motherfucker."
Well, like it just depends. Like when I'm around you, like when I'm around like, it's like it's very. I used to be goofy all the time.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm not being fair to myself. I'm goofy. But dude, I used to be so goofy and all the time. And I used to think everything I said was funny.
Yeah.
All the time.
I'm still right there.
Dude, I wish it was like. I wish I thought it was funnier. I don't think I'm that funny. But like I used to think that I just like bullshitting. I was actually telling Alexis this not too long ago. I was like I was like, you know what I miss doing? She was like, and I was telling her, I was like, I didn't tell her that way. I was like, I just like to bullshit. I was like, I just miss bullshitting. Like, you know, it's so fun to BS. And I remember, like, I think, like, growing up around Tommy and Gabriel, you know, we were always bullshitting.
Yeah.
Trashing on each other. But not only that, but, like, they would always have something they were just saying.
Yeah.
Like how you just said dollar. They were always like
this fool.
Yeah. There was always something. And I'm like, damn, how do I do that again?
Yeah.
Because like I remember, maybe it's just people you hang with, but like, or the situation, maybe because I'm always by myself. But I always had something like something funny that was being said. Like Jared's pretty much like that. Jared's always got something, like he's always had something new.
Yeah.
And like not just, and it's just funny because he's so natural to him. He's hilarious. Mm-hmm. He's funny because you put him on a podcast, he gets instantly less goofy.
He's supposed to come tomorrow.
Please get the goof out of him.
I will.
Because when he gets on a podcast, he gets less goofy. He gets all serious.
No, I will.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start off with my pants down to my ankles and be like, I'm gonna be like, okay, for the first 10 minutes when we do this podcast, I don't want you to acknowledge that my pants are down to my ankles. Let's just talk. Dude, eyes over here, bro. I'll get Jared out of his comfort zone.
No, he's funny, dude. But he's hilarious. I love him, and he's a good time to have around. I just noticed on my podcast, I never told him this, so he's gonna be like, "Why don't you ever tell me that shit to my face?" But I just noticed that, like, you know, different vibe.
Yeah.
Like same thing with me though. Like I'm here with you. As soon as I leave here, I might get less goofy. But every time I'm around you, I get way goofier.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh
is like
my God,
I never.
around you, I get so goofy.
I never see you another way.
Jose, the gayest and the goofiest I can be. I get so gay around Jose.
Parga?
No, Peru. Instantly gay.
Peru. Oh yeah.
Instantly, dude.
I heard about that at the wedding.
We kissed lips.
Yeah.
100%. We kissed lips, and then one of my friends is like, Eric, I saw you kiss another man tonight. I was like, that's my best friend.
And now you're worried about fucking COVID.
I kissed him like in 2006, dude.
Okay.
I know.
According to Alex James, Corona's been around forever.
Is that what they say?
That's what Alex James says. Is that Alex James?
Alex Jones, you fuck?
Alex Jones, yeah, that guy.
You fucking idiot.
Hey, dude, I don't get cable, all right?
I'll get
That's all I can afford. All right, let's take a break.
40 minutes?
All right. Great.
Wow, what a professional.
Whoever this is, we're answering.
Your girlfriend.
Oh, never mind. Hello? I'm on the podcast. Sorry, babe. Recording. Love you. Oh, I hung up and then I said love you. You didn't take that. You didn't say it. Anyways, but yeah, so like I was saying before, I forget that I know. It's not like I don't know. I know everything about you, but I know you. I know your profession.
Yeah.
We talk behind, cameras.
Yeah.
And but a lot of people that I think listen, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people tuned in, kind of hoping that I would get some stuff out of you.
Maybe
some juicy stuff.
Some juicy
How big is your cock, dude? Fucking put it out, dude. Pull
dude,
it out.
I have like the most average sized wiener.
Same.
Did I ever tell you that I saw your dick and I told everybody about it?
No. Why'd you see my dick? And why do you tell people about my dick?
Because, dude, you have like a thick wiener.
It's pretty thick, dude.
Dude, I was like, I think we were pissing next to each other at the Pine House.
Oh, it makes sense.
We pissed next to each other at the Pine House, and I looked down. I was like, damn, Jordan's got a thick ween, dude.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, you got it.
That's all it is, though.
You got a thick.
It's just like this round. You
And
never
it
seen
doesn't
like
get
on
long.
American Pie? He's like, it's 13 inches. Oh, right.
Stifler, dude.
But thanks.
Yeah.
Thick Jordan over here.
Thick boy Jordan. I know I was thinking too when I was taking a piss right now. I was just, not about my wiener, but I was like, holy shit, what a high octane beginning of a potty.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, my heart was beating in the bathroom. I was like, holy shit, my heart was beating.
It's like the adrenaline was just dying down.
Yeah.
But
breathe.
But yeah, so like I was saying, like I forget a lot of people don't really know about you. So I do have some questions for you. First off,
hit me.
I think it was while I was gone, but I came into town a couple times and I saw it. You got a fucking billboard in Yuma.
Oh yeah.
Like
I
3
forget
of
about
them.
that too.
Yeah. Oh, I forget. No, dude. I'm not trying to like suck your dick or anything, but like every time I'm driving, like, cause I work out that way, so I always pass by it.
Yeah.
And every time I see it, I'm like, that's Eric. And then like when I drive through, like with my parents, I'm like, that's Eric's billboard. Like I always have to point out, cause this is so dope. Like even like as a young kid and even now, when I see billboards, I'm like, those are movie stars. Cause then like and most of the time around Yuma, you see billboards of people like dentists and stuff, and you see them like in public, and you're like, hey, that's a guy from the billboard.
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh, like that's Eric's pictures.
Yeah, I'm
And
right
it's
under
so-
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, that's dude. That's so cool. You should have like the cows underneath. But no, dude, like, how did you get that gig? And like, what is that? Like, what company is that from? Or is it just Welcome to Yuma, like pictures? Or
no, so it's that Instagram page that it's called Visit Yuma.
Yeah.
I think it's called Visit Yuma. And they're dope, dude. They post Jer shit all the time. They post like a lot of people that I know. Like you didn't have to be a photographer. Like if you went to Cafecito and you post a cool picture, and if you tag them and they like it, they'll just share it. Oh. So it actually is like the city of Yuma.
Oh, okay.
And they just have that Instagram, and that's the main one. And they had like reached out to me a couple times. They like I don't think they wrote an article, but they asked to use my pictures numerous times.
Yeah.
And they reached out to me this one time saying that they wanted to use a couple of pictures for a billboard, and one of the pictures was of Ashley from Cafecito serving coffee.
Yeah.
Ashley did not want that picture to be used because, dude, if you look at it, it's like, I mean, Ashley's a pretty woman, but like she's not like dressed up in any way at all. She's wearing like a black dress, her hair is pulled back. Like Cafecito had just opened. This was like a soft opening. I think it was like just us in the early as fuck, like when we'd go out from the gym. So they wanted that photo. And then they wanted a photo that I took when I first moved back to Yuma, and I just got my camera. It was like when we went to the cliffs, and actually the one that's jumping off of it's my friend jumping off of a cliff into the water, and it's Jose. Yeah, and then they wanted to use that one, and that shit is old.
That's badass. Like
it was cool.
That'd be badass to be Jose. Like, yo, that's me,
dude. It was cool.
But even then, like, it'd be like, that's not you. I swear it's me. Yeah, I know.
And it's cool because like and then they wanted to use it, and I was like, I mean, yeah, if you guys want to, that's sick. And then they paid me for it, and it was tight. And then, so they did it, and the process was done. And then they're like, hey, your billboard's up if you want to go look at it. So we went to go look at it, and I went to go look at it. I've never had a billboard before, and it was kind of surreal.
Yeah,
it was cool. I didn't fucking realize how big it was. I went out there and like, cause I took the back road to try to find it, and I went up to it and I drove up to it. I was like, holy shit, this thing is huge. And I saw it and I was like, damn, that's pretty tight. And I filmed a vlog about it because I was in the middle of doing the mural at HV, and I think it's like an episode 5 if I remember. And like I go out and I look at it and I talk about it a little bit, and I just remember going out there and like looking at it. I was like, damn, that's pretty sick. It was cool seeing Jose up there out of everybody because that's like my best friend, and I was like, that's fucking cool. So it was cool to use that one. But then I drove around town, and they have that same picture downtown.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
I always wanted to get drunk and like I want to get a picture where I'm like laying out on the street and somehow it's in the background.
Yeah.
And like I'm just like it's just like me celebrating that you have a billboard.
I want both of them though. Now I'm getting greedy. Like because one of the picture's mine, the other one's somebody else's, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
What do you mean?
Both of them. So if you notice, like it's split.
Yeah, there's like 3 different.
The one coming back from like California, those are both my pictures. But the one in downtown is mine and somebody else's picture.
What picture of yours do they use?
Same one, Jose's.
Oh, okay.
They use Jose.
That's dumb.
I know. And so they use that one, and then I think there's another one somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is. I think it's over here.
I've never seen. Maybe in town. I don't know.
Maybe. But yeah, man, it was pretty cool. Like that's how it happened, and they're dope. They use they used to use my photos a lot more when I was posting more of like the landscape stuff, but I still kept posting, so they, it hasn't been like that in a while. But yeah, man, it was pretty cool. It was sick.
So, and then another thing too is, I mean, like I said, we've talked about it off the camera and stuff, but you have some big projects coming up. Can I ask about those, or is that only for me to know?
No, you can ask about whatever you want.
All right, so when you first told me, I was super, like, I even came home and like,
yeah,
did you know that he's doing this? And she's like, what? She's like, like it was just so. It was
I honestly have no idea what you're about to say.
Okay, so well, first off,
I'm nervous.
I'm gonna start it off in the beginning. You did artwork for the CrossFitter. What's his name?
Josh Bridges, right?
Yeah. You did artwork for him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he did. So if you guys don't know this dude, Josh Bridges, he's really dope. I only know him because he's from the military. He was Special Forces, right?
Yeah.
Or is Special
Navy
Forces?
SEAL.
Yeah, Navy SEAL. My bad. So he's in the Navy, and he's a CrossFitter, and he's pretty dope. Ripped little short dude.
He's sick, dude.
Sick little mustache. Anyways, so he did artwork for him a while back. I knew about that.
Oh yeah.
About a week or two ago, I went over and talked to you, and you just randomly threw it out like, oh yeah, like he's gonna do a podcast and he wants me to edit it. And on top of that, like the company that sponsors him, they want you to start a podcast with like sports athletes.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Like,
it was cool.
How did this happen?
So I also well, for people that don't know, I actually have a degree in graphic design.
Yeah.
So I have a bachelor's in graphic design.
I'm gonna put a picture here of it. No, just kidding.
I had it to my house.
You're
My
sure-
parents have it. I have a bachelor's in like graphic. I'm trained as a graphic designer, and graphic design was like what I wanted to do. And photo just kind of fell into it. So so I ended up getting hired by so when I first got a job, just real fast, when I first got a job, I worked at like this digital marketing agency, and I became friends with one of my friends called Michelle. And with her, you know, years past, she would give me projects. She ended up working at this place called X Endurance. So I've been working for this company, X Endurance supplement company for like the last 3 years, and mainly designs and photo as well. So that's actually pretty 50-50, doing a lot of their social media content. So with the owner from X Endurance, they actually he has like business partners that they have another company called AWM Capital, and what they do is they manage professional athletes' money. So baseball, football, all that stuff. And they reached out to me because they watched my podcast and they liked the way I set it up, and they're like, hey, we have all these podcast ideas that we want to do. Can you do that for us? And that happened. I'm jumped ahead a little bit. That happened because, and they also saw the stuff that I was doing for Josh Bridges. Josh Bridges doesn't have a video podcast, but I did all of his designs. So if you go on his stuff, I designed his podcast stuff. So like everything you see on the story, from, you know, the video stuff on YouTube, like the graphics, like I designed those. And every podcast, I have to edit the video, I have to edit the audio, everything. Like they just send it over to me and I fix it up. And I also did Josh Bridges' logo before, so I have all the files. Yeah. So it actually, you know, from X Endurance to doing Josh Bridges stuff, and then now will be hopefully be, you know, listening in and editing professional athletes podcasts and stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. When you told me, I was like, but you said it so nonchalant, like, oh yeah, like I picked up this one job, like this one gig, and I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, I mean, because I'm like a little like it's new, and it's gonna be fun. Because it's something different, and everybody wants, like you and I know, like producing podcasts, you know, doesn't take a lot. It just depends what you want. Yeah. But more than anything, it's, you know, it's being able to do it over and over again, to have a sustainable system. So for them, I'm like, look, you know, we can do it for very minimal. And that's what you're going to want and need if you don't have a big budget. Yeah. So, like, and I mean, with podcasts, there's so much you can do with. And a lot of them are offline. Like, a lot of them are, like, in other places. So, we're going to have to do Zoom ones. Oh, that's going to be tough, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's better now. Like, if you can give them, I've been looking into it, and I was going to talk to you about it, too. Like, you know, at the end of it, like, there's stuff called Zoom. Like, there's Zencaster that helps you get, like really good audio over. I've heard of that, yeah. Zencaster's great, and that's just for the audio. And then you do Zoom, then you hink them up. So, what we're going to do is, like, this is getting totally in the technical shit. No, it's all good. Film it like this, have the Zoom for the video, have our video, and then have the Zencaster audio for them. Yeah. It's fun because it's new, and there's like 80 different ways to do it. And as long as you can find a way that works for you, that you can do over and over again and doesn't burn you out, it's great. Yeah. So I got lucky because, you know, by doing the way we've been doing things, like very minimal, it's led to this opportunity to be able to do it. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited. And they were telling, you know, hopefully down the line I get to work with professional athletes, like, because a lot of them, you know, they saw what we did with Josh, and a lot of them want their own. So it's like, a lot of people just need to know how to do it, and then I'm out. So I'm like essentially going to be training a lot of people. That sucks. They're kind of just using you, but it's still pretty cool. I'm cool with it. There's going to be one that's like, yo, can you just do everything for me? Yeah. Can you just come like to my house and, like, it would be cool, man. But like, that's the thing, dude. I don't want to do that. I want to take photos and design shit. Yeah, like what you went to school for. Yeah, like I love doing that, and I'll do the podcast. Like, I'm gonna have people help me. Like, this is fun for me because this opportunity allows me, and opportunities like this are gonna allow me to build a team and delegate work and you know, be able to offer this. If you want a podcast, we'll produce it. Jared and I were doing that, you know, for other people. And we're the only ones in town that, I mean, no, it's a lie. There's other people in town that do it good. Yeah. But Jared and I are the only ones that, you know, are still kind of doing it. So, you know, and it's back to sustainability. Yeah. And so there's a lot of shit happen. We know there's a lot of shit that goes into podcasts. You have the host, the co-host, the people who are producing it, the people that are editing it. Like, it's a lot to do a podcast. So, but just to get one started is like just to have one episode is like, you should tap yourself on the back. Yeah. No, I mean, definitely. Sometimes I get anxiety just thinking about, like, I've been wanting to write a list out of, like, okay, like
check these things before you start recording.
Yeah.
Before you even like set up, like make sure you have the battery charge, all this stuff. Like
Yeah.
there's so much stuff that goes into it that a lot of people don't see. And like I'm the type of person where like as soon as I start thinking about it, I'm like I'll scare myself to where I'm like I don't know if I want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
But then I'm just like no, this is it. Like I just do from point A to point B. Point A is I want to do a podcast episode. Point B is the end. So I'm just like I know everything that goes in between, but I don't like to think about it. So I just come in here, play music, and I just start having fun with it. I'll just have a few drinks, and then I'll set up the lights and the camera. And
yeah, and the beautiful thing about that in like podcasts is that people have this underlying understanding that this isn't going to be like with podcasts. People understand that it's going to be a little bit like it's going to be a little rough around the edges.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I had like this weird ego about our like not our podcast, but like well, the beautiful thing about Silk Show was fun is like we can do whatever we want. And that's kind of the nice thing about podcasts is like no one's telling you what to do, but like in your head, you know, in our heads, you think about like, okay, I want it to look and feel like this, or like, you know, because of our limitations, like stops at 30 minutes, blah, blah. It's like, it's okay. You know, it's fine. People are going to listen. You know, you can get into all the technical like analytics of like, no, people drop off, blah, 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 you know, but like at the end of the day, dude, if you enjoy doing it, you know, just work with what you got. You're always going to have limitations. Like, yes, ideally it'd be great to have like fucking $10K budget of an episode, pay an editor. All you have to do is show up and talk. That's a goal at your scale, you know. But yeah, man, it's cool. But you know, it's the best thing about that opportunity. Now that I'm saying it now and like talking to you, is that it came from what we did, just starting one with minimal, just starting.
Yeah.
So now it led to this.
Yeah.
Because of us doing a podcast and keeping it doing like the out of line 1 hours and keep doing them, I now understand how to do them in my way. Because I don't know anybody. I've never talked to anybody else that like edits podcasts, and I don't know their process. Like I know I can see other photographers like, oh, what do you edit it on? And there's like, oh, Lightroom or like Photoshop, and I'm like, okay, cool, figured. I don't know. I don't talk to anybody else that edits podcasts. I don't know what they do. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm doing is right or wrong. Like I know a lot of people edit audio in Audition. I don't fucking edit in Audition. I edit everything in Premiere. And it's like, and I have everything I need right there. Yeah. So, and it's fast. So, yeah, man.
That's crazy.
It's fun.
It is fun. Podcasting is a lot of fun. And I think what helps me is, like, we talked about it. I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast, but I know we've talked. There are times where it's kind of like I don't see it going anywhere. Yeah. I don't see anything happening. But, like, when I have, like, you know, guys like Hector that, like, we're like, yo, like, let me edit for you. Like, that kind of shows me, like, okay, well, someone's interested. Yeah. You know, someone sees, like, potential and they want to make it better.
You're so hard on yourself.
I am, but I think it's a good thing.
Oh, 100%.
Because if I was just like, oh, what I'm doing is going to work, then I'll just be in the same place always. And I'm always looking to perfect, like, the podcast or anything I do. I always want to do it better.
Agreed.
Like, and that's why when I get to the certain point where, like, I plateau, then I'm just like, okay, well, I'm plateaued for a reason. What do I need to do to be better? 100%. What do I need to make it better? Like, do I need a bigger guest? Do I need better topics? Do I need to be funnier? Do I need to be serious?
That makes you intelligent.
Thank you.
100%. People think like people have like this common misconception with like thinking like that like you're crazy, but like it's a very artistic characteristic to have because you know. If you listen to like Rogan or I fucking need to shut up about Rogan. But if you listen to like all these comedians podcasts, like you listen to like Segura, all these people, you know, I love listening to them because they're the most. I think right now without them we would be so lost. Yeah. Because without comedians and podcasts, like they are like the front line between the pioneers. Dude, they are leading the way for free speech and keeping it alive right now because everybody's so afraid about what they say and like being censored and all this shit. Yeah. And because like a lot of the reason, like because of them is a big reason why, you know, and I hate using this word, but I'm gonna use it for like lack of another word or explanation. It's how important it is to be like an artist. Yeah. Because I hated like when people call me that or calling myself that, but lately I've been trying to embrace it because a lot of like what I do. Like without the art part of it, it's fucking just like everybody else's shit. Yeah. And artists are very critical of themselves. And they taught us that in design school as well. The difference between like design and art is that with design, like there's more of like you're designing a thing for a goal. Like with art, let me try to explain it. And people can be like, it's the same thing. With art, it's a self-expression, right? This is a self-expression. Yeah. This is art, essentially. a form of art. Conversation is art.
Like a strand of art.
A strand of art, because we're just expressing, you know. This would become and parts of it are designed, but if we were like focused on one thing and we were like sitting here and our goal every day was to promote fucking baseball, it's less of an art, more of a design thing.
Oh, okay.
You know, because there's a goal in mind. Because not to say that in art there isn't goals, because like, you know, when I make art, most of the time, like, you know, there's like a goal, like, oh, I'm making a card for my dad. That's the goal. But in design, like, you're making a logo for this company. Photos, you are taking these photos for this family. And like, even just recently, I had to go through what you were just saying to knock myself out of this shit, because every year I go through this. Every year I like think, fuck, I'm not good enough. I don't compare. I need to fucking catch up. Is this worth it? Why am I fucking doing this? Should I just go work at UPS? Like, how long is this going to last? Yeah. You know, but, you know, to be able to take those things, analyze them, understand why you feel it, and just keep going. Like, you know, you'll find yourselves in the position that you just asked me a question about. Yeah. Oh shit, that happened the week before. That opportunity happened a week before, you know? And like, it's scary, dude, but you know, you can't lose the artistic side of it. Like, what it is, you know, is just we're here sitting here bullshitting. Yeah. Cause like, but that shit will always, don't think of that as a negative thing, because like, I had to go through that recently, and when I was in school, it was a lot easier because I was around people like me, so I didn't feel like crazy. But now that I'm like, when I told Alexis this not too long ago, I feel I was talking to you too. I feel crazy sometimes here. Yeah. Because like not to say I could talk to you about Jared and stuff too, but like, you know, most of the things that I'm like stressed and anxious about is because it's like, this is gonna sound so pretentious, but it's like the artistic side of me that I've always had. It's like, no, I see it in my head and it needs to be that way. Yeah, of course. And if it's not that way, then if it's not that way, and not like, I'm like, not in a way where, you know, like if you acted a certain way, I'd be mad at you in some weird way sometimes. Like, cause I see it in a weird, I see things in a way I'm like, okay, this is how it could go. It'd be dope. But like, that's where I need to like let go of things and be like, okay, that's where the beautiful thing where it's like, you accept people for what they are.
Things you can and can't control. Yeah.
But you know, when it's interesting, man. I went off a little rant there, but it's just it's fun, man. It's just, don't think you're crazy, because at times I can think I'm crazy and just fucking go off. That's why I always tell you, I was like, dude, you can have your own podcast. Yeah. Just fucking go off of these things that are in your head, and you'll realize real fast that you're not alone in it. Because I'm the same way. Like, I'm the same way where like I feel like crazy. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, I feel psycho. You know, and it's hard. I can't even explain it to Alexis, because like, she's not gonna know. Yeah. Because of the stuff that like, and it's unfair to expect her to know. Like, we got into so many arguments, like, because there's things in my head that I just can't explain, and I need to like be by myself with. Yeah. And I'm like, I need to figure this out. Yeah. But then again, that's always what's made me, and I have to do that. If I don't do that, like, there's like non-negotiables throughout my day. If I don't do them, then I can't be in the world. Yeah.
No, yeah, we talked about that, which, by the way, you guys need to check out on Umaseen. I think we had a great conversation on yours. And like I said, I was so mad. I was like, fuck, I wish it was on my podcast. But whatever. No, I'm just kidding. I was going to take your podcast.
You can have it, yeah.
I'm just going to Photoshop like all this stuff in the background.
You should.
That's disgusting.
Why?
I'm not going to do that.
I was going to ask you for this.
We should do, what do they have, like the crossovers?
Yeah.
Like the slob on the Umaseen?
The slob on the scene.
I like that. But anyways, but yeah, so we talked about this before, and it is true. There's certain things that go on in my head that I know when I bring them up to anyone that doesn't think the way I think, then they're just like, why, like, what's wrong with you? Like, why would you think like that? Like, we talked about the likes or the views on stuff. It's like, well, like, why do you need them to watch it? Why do you need them to like? Well, it's like, what's the point of me putting this out if I'm not getting any, instant gratification? Yeah. And it's like, for people that aren't doing what we're doing, or me, people that aren't putting out podcasts, they're just like, I don't get it. Yeah. And it's like, of course you don't get it, because you're not doing this stuff. Yeah. Like, it's easy for you to post a picture of you hiking and you only get 37 likes. Like, oh, that's cool. And because you just do it to show people. You're not doing it to promote a thing that you're trying to grow. You know, you're not trying to grow your Instagram if you're just posting your own pictures of your family.
And that's where it becomes a little design too. But like I think when you brought that up to me the first time too, I'm just like, that's important. That's good to know, like, those things. But at the end of the day, you gotta ask yourself, is like, okay, what are you really doing the podcast for? You know? And we had this conversation already. But, like, people can need to learn that stuff for their own. Because, like, even that thought that you had about it, like, you don't even know if that thought is a come and go thought, and if you just gave it too much attention, or if, you're a human being, dude. Who knows, like, if that day you had shitty sleep, you got in an argument with somebody, you ate something shitty, and you were just in a bad mood that day, and you just thought that, and you hung on to that thought. Yeah. Who fucking knows? But, yeah, man, who knows? I feel like, you just can't limit yourself.
Yeah. And I think that goes, because I've always been that way. I don't like to settle. Like, I've always thought, if there's any time where I do something and I'm like, it's not what I wanted, but I mean, I like it, then that's me settling. And it's bad because
never settle.
Then it's like I'm never satisfied.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's kind of the thing, dude.
But like, it sounds so like serial killer-ish. Like,
no, there's a good book that I think you would like. It's called, I think I told you about it before. It's called The Art of War, or the War on Art. Yeah, or The War of Art. It's a fucking great book, dude. Yeah. And it talks about, essentially this transformation between an artist turning professional, which is, but it talks about in a very poetic and artistic way. It talks about, like, the difference between an artist and a pro is the pro will, because you got to be able to, like, hone the artistic side of you in order to, make it, I don't want to say profitable, but, essentially profitable, because professional, being disciplined, showing up every day, understanding that, it's really not about the end result. It's your constant urge to want it to improve is a positive thing. Yeah. But also in the same vein, in the same breath too, being okay where it's at right now. Because you got to think about it. A year ago, you didn't have a podcast. Yeah. So think about that. And a year from now, it may be twice as big as this. A month from now, it'll be twice as big as this. So always want more, but be okay with where you're at right now.
Yeah, I guess.
You got to be patient with yourself, dude.
Yeah. And I think
easier for me to say that than easier said than done, because I have to do the same shit every day. I write about it every morning, dude.
And that's something I wanted to ask you. Have you gotten a part in your... Because I'm going to say that photography for you is like your occupation.
Pretty much, dude. Yeah. People know me for that now.
Exactly. So, I'm pretty sure you got into points where you were just like, okay, all I do is like get the same clients and I'm just taking wedding photos. Like, when am I going to do companies? Oh, yeah. And then when you finally got to, X Endurance and then the stuff with Josh Bridges and all these athletes, like, does this kind of snap you to where you're like, okay, cool, like, I'm still on the right path? Because I'm pretty sure for a while you were just like, oh, I'm just doing the same thing, doing the same photos. And then this happened. Like, is this like, do you think this is like, can you feel this being your peak, or you're just like, oh, it's going to go more? Or like,
no, right now I feel fired up. Like, right? I'm zoned in. Yeah. But like, maybe, when did you come to the studio?
2 weeks ago?
Maybe like a month ago, I wasn't the same guy. I was pissed.
I was like wanting...
Yeah, I was angry. Yeah. It's the same I was angry and I was like resentful. I hated social media. Or maybe like a week before that. I hated social media. I didn't want to be online, dude. Yeah. Like, I didn't want nothing to do with nobody because I needed to figure out what I wanted. Yeah. And that's the part where I would go back. That's the part that I'm telling you is like, you're not crazy. You just got to figure out your thing. For me, I just needed to find inspiration in my own shit again. So I siloed myself, focused on my work, and wrote every morning. And the writing has helped me like, sorry, I'm gonna cry.
You gonna throw up?
No, I just had a burp. Writing has helped me tremendously because it's helped me organize my thoughts and just leave them there, just like this. Yeah, and I can get them down, and it helped me understand myself because like you can think it, but until it's like in real life, it doesn't seem, real. So when I write it down, I can go back and read and find out patterns and find patterns in yourself. So then like for me, I was like, okay, I like family pictures. I don't want to just do that.
Yeah, of course.
I want to do design. Like, what do you want to do? Like, that's what I had to ask myself. Like, what do you want to do? So then I went and did those things. Figured out what part of my process that I needed to be doing in order to enjoy it more. Yeah. And for me, I realized like, oh, like what was I doing before that got me to the dance that I'm not doing anymore? Preparation. I used to prepare for shoots every time. And I went autopilot. And like I wasn't enjoying it anymore. I'm like, what am I doing?
You're just driving. You're like, yeah, I think everything's charged.
100%. No, exactly.
Yeah.
It got easy. So I'm like, I need to. So now, like my pictures that I've been taking the last couple of weeks, I love every single one of them because for me, I want my shit to look and feel different, and different as in what's in my head.
Yeah.
And like, so for me, like that's why looking at other stuff is important too, because you also know where you sit. And that's where the comparison thing is like, okay, I don't want to do that. I don't want to look like this. I don't want a bright and airy photo. You know, I want, you know, even the way you pose people, like in photo, like I have to prepare. I'm like, who are these people? That designing the shoot. It's like, okay, who are these people? What are they going to wear? Where are we going to put them based on what they wear? All these, just a little preparation just to be that much better.
Yeah.
And this for me, not for anybody else. You inside I want to take portraits. It's like, okay, I know who these people are. If I don't learn a little bit about them, what are they wearing? What do they want to be? What kind of style? Like even little things. Yeah. Like not slacking on those little things, and then from there, like I even look on their Instagrams to see, okay, this is her preferred side. These are the kind of things that she likes. Damn. And like, and then from there, like, yeah, like so I'll go and look at my favorite photos, like my favorite pictures from like old photographers and even new ones that, okay, I like this pose. I like this. And then I orchestrate and design a shoot based around that. And it's a goal. Yeah. It's an idea. It's a mood board. And maybe I don't get all the shots. I try. And maybe the light doesn't allow me, but I have a plan. Yeah. And I went autopilot. And then now like I'm enjoying my stuff because I go in, I'm like, like I just did a shoot with this really shy girl and it was like her portraits. I never met her in my life. And you're always going to have curveballs, I didn't have time to meet her. Her mom was like, hey, we're going to town this Friday. Can you take pictures of my daughter? I'm like, sure. So then I looked on her Instagram and I was like, I think this is her daughter. She looks kind of shy. Kind of put some stuff together and like, and then we came up with like some of my favorite pictures that I ever taken of portraits like that. I was like, these are cool. These are different. Yeah. It's just fun, dude. Like, it's cool to be able to, to go back and with the writing and to organize your thoughts, because without that, because people do yoga, whatever, without having that tool to help you organize your own thoughts, it's hard to go about your day because, you don't know what's real. You could be angry or irritated about something in your head, and then you can be like, oh, it's because you did something, or like, blah, blah, shit like that.
Because you're ugly.
Yeah. Because you're an idiot.
You don't like a picture because you're ugly. That's
I was just getting frustrated, but I didn't want to talk to nobody. Like, I didn't everything was pissing me off. I'm like, it's because usually it's because you're fucking up, not nobody else. Yeah. So I was fucking up, so.
It's crazy to hear that you put so much into like a photo shoot. Like, I mean, you do legit research and all this stuff, which is crazy. And it makes me think like of all the times when like, cause Saida, she's a fashionista. She's always like posing for, she always wants pictures of like her outfits and shit, which I love. I love helping her. But I think she, cause I mean, her growing up. So, she had photographers take pictures of her and stuff like that. So now when she has me take pictures, I'm like laying on the floor and I'm doing all this shit. And I'm like, why the fuck? Why doesn't she look like Eric's pictures? Why does she look like Jared's pictures? Yeah. I get so mad, but I'm like, but then then I do the easy cop out. And I'm just like, well, this is what they do for work. So that's why. And then I'll hand her the picture like, hey, this is the best I could do. Okay. I'm not Eric. Like,
no, that's all you can say. It's the best you can do.
But when you're telling me all the stuff you go through, I'm like, because I think about when I take pictures of her, I'm like, all right, well, maybe like just stand over there and like I'm gonna lay on the floor. We'll see how this works. Like, we'll see what do we get.
Yeah, well, it's very much like for photos, dude. Well, all of it, photos and design, it's the same, essentially, kind of the same process. Like, I try to think because I don't want people to come to me and tell. Like, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna reiterate. I don't want people to come to me and tell me what to do. I want people to come to me, and this is why I have to aggressively just be myself. Because I don't want people to come to me and be like, hey, I want you to make this for me. It's like, no, come to me and let's collaborate on an idea. Yeah. Because because most people that come to me want my style. Mm-hmm. So that's great.
Like a tattoo.
Exactly. Yeah. But I want to be able to hear your ideas. I want to know where your inspiration's from. Where did you get it? Why? Most importantly, like, why do you want to do this? Like, I have to do, like, this lady reached out to me. She wants to wants me to take pictures of her cookies. Anybody can take pictures of cookies. But the thing that I need to find out.
Give her my number. I'll take pictures of
I have
cookies.
To call. This is why we do phone calls. You get on the phone with her, and I have to ask her all these questions. I'm designing the experience. Tell me about your, and this is what they teach you in design. You have to become a fucking detective. It's like, who are you? Where do you come from? Why do you do it? What's your inspiration? What kind of pictures do you like so I know what's in your head?
Yeah.
Where are they going to be used?
When you put your pants on, do you go left foot or right foot first or both legs?
Exactly. Do
Like
you do
all that so much matters.
dude, honestly,
Yeah.
all that stuff matters.
I bet you there's people listening like, never mind, I don't want to be a photographer.
Yeah, well, but that
I
I
thought
think
it was just point and shoot.
for me, that's what I feel right now is what separates my stuff from other stuff.
Exactly.
Somebody can go online, and this is just me, and they can sound very egotistical, but any of you guys can go online and be like, well, your picture's kind of just like hers. Maybe to you. But for me, I'm satisfied with what I'm doing because of the things that I did.
And hit up the customers, like, how was their experience? Like, their experience with
I should do that.
You should. I mean,
yeah.
Or, like, maybe have, like, a Yelp review, something, because it's, like, that is true. Like, I'm not going to lie, man. Sometimes you post pictures, and Jared posts pictures, and, was it Daniel?
Yeah.
He posts pictures, and I follow you guys. So when I'm just scrolling, I'm like, I think that's Eric's. I think that's Jared's. But then there's times where I'm thinking, like, it's true. Like, then you can be like, yeah, but the experience these people had with me.
Yeah.
Like, was it fun? Because I've been to some photo shoots, like, with my parents when they want to do, like, Christmas stuff. And it's like, I don't want to be here. Like, it's a dread. Like, I'm just like, they're like, no, stand there. No. Okay, now go back down. Like,
they try to fix it.
They're mean. Yeah.
Well, that's another thing, too, is, like, photos are not easy. Like, you talk to anybody. Like, you talk to Alex, you talk to Jerry, you talk to Danny. They all going to have different experiences. Like, I don't know. I never talked to them about it.
Yeah.
But, like, with mine, too, like, I have to very much, if I don't know the people, I have to gauge the situation. Like, you have to be able to gauge the situation, who the people are, how they're feeling that day. You know, especially kids, dude. Like, kids are very much just like dogs where you have 100% with
get
pictures.
A lot of shit for that.
No, with pictures, dude, 100%.
Like, you compare my kid to a dog?
Dude, no, 100%.
But I can totally see that.
You have limited, like, with a kid, it's a little bit easier because kids just want to play. Mm-hmm. Dogs, like, they're harder to, like, play with, but with dogs, you have to, like, there's one thing that works or a couple things that work, and you have, like, 5 tries maybe, if you're lucky, that they're going to react. Like, I just did a shoot for a dog, like a cake smash for a dog. The dog was actually great. His name was Dodger. He was great. He did a fucking good job.
What kind of dog was it?
I think it's a Frenchie or a pug. I think it's a Frenchie. He was, like, black.
Oh, I think I did see it. Yeah,
amazing, so fun. But then I have kids that are the same way. They get there and they immediately start crying. So, and I tell the parents, like, we're just gonna have to wait. Like, you paid for my time, we're gonna wait. I was like, if they don't want to do it, then we'll try again. But most of the time they don't because they just want to play. Like in my studio, I'll let them explore, or when we're on shoot, let them look at the environment, let them play around. You have to interact with them. Like, you very much have to, like, having a girlfriend with a kid has helped me with my pictures 100%.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Because, like, I learned that kids his age just want to play. And as soon as you make something a game, they're fucking in.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, you take a picture of me and I'll take a picture of you.
And just noises, bro. Okay, stop. Like, like shit like that. Like, that stuff for me, it does. Like, I don't know what other people's experiences are, but, like,
I can only imagine.
And that's why, like, being a goof, like I was telling you, like, all that stuff is important to me too, because I'm like, that stuff helps my shoots. Like, being me, because that's like, and you see it in the picture. I'm fucking ranting right now.
No, this is your episode. This is good.
No, but you
this
see,
isn't your show no more.
Yeah, thanks.
My fucking show. Dog. You see the sign?
You see the sign?
See
but
the cameras?
But you feel it. I feel like I can feel it. I think this is why I'm happy with my pictures, because, like, you feel it. I feel it in my photos. So, like, when I give somebody their pictures and they're like, and they have, like, the maybe that's why I don't do Yelp reviews, because, like, when I give people their pictures, you know, most of the time they have really positive things to say. Yeah. And that stuff makes it worth it. And they're like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Like, these are amazing. Like, legit, you can tell. Or, like, if people say something specific about shoots, like, I just had, like, the one about the girl. Her mom was telling me, like, oh, my God, like, you made my shy girl, like, break out of her shell. Like, she looked, and then, like, that's cool.
Now she's got an OnlyFans.
Now she got, like, shit, that wasn't me. We just took a picture.
That's what we did.
Yeah, but even, like, the family ones are really fun because I'm with my family and we all have a vibe. But, like, if I can bring that vibe to, like, a family that I don't know, and you can see how happy they are, and just how the smiles are real based on however we did it. Whether it feels like something that I said or the way the thing was. Like, so many times sounds like braggy, but, like, what feels good is when people tell me, like, that shoot was really fun. Like, that was fun. Like, I enjoyed that. And, like, for me, I'm always here like, oh, fuck, did I get this? Like, I'm thinking about 1,000 things at a time. But
like, 3 cameras on your neck and shit.
Yeah, oh my God, I have one. But I want to have a couple. But it just feels cool when people are that satisfied, and, you know, and even better when they come back every year. So it's fun, man. And, Yeah, it's cool. I just know that like if I start getting like resentful of people and I start fucking muting people on Instagram, like it's because not a dick move.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people like my friends that like I muted because I don't want to see their shit because I just don't want to be influenced by anything because social media is a fucking black hole.
Yeah.
And you can like easily get sucked in. And especially me, I just understand my relationship with social media. It's very unhealthy.
Yeah, I was like that. I go back and forth all the time to where I'm just like, I think I just want to delete. I don't want to delete my account, but I want to delete the app. And then, and there's times I do that, like when Buddy passed away, we did that.
That's fine.
I deleted because I was just like, I can't see no pictures of him. If anyone's like, yo, you haven't posted Buddy. Oh, yeah. I don't think anyone knows publicly, but Buddy passed away like a couple months ago.
Yeah, I think close people know.
Yeah. But,
rest in peace, Bud.
Yeah, my dog, my pug, Buddy. But, so yeah, so like when that happens, and then like, especially around the time with like the election and then the whole BLM and then the, coronavirus, like dude, it was just so much shit that like people were saying things that didn't make sense to me, and then there was like, oh, that person's lying. I just wanted to delete everything, and just be like, all right, well, I don't want to watch. I just want to watch Hulu, and I want to watch shows I don't watch, and I just want to do my day. But like then I was like, I kind of need social media as far as like the podcast goes. Yeah, if you think about it, but there are times where I'm just like, I don't want social media at all. Like it doesn't do anything for me. It just makes me mad sometimes. Yeah, and it makes me hate people that aren't doing anything to me. I see them.
That's the part
and I'm just like,
that's the part that people don't like. And I try to talk about it openly because like I mute other photographers that like,
I don't think I've gotten there yet. I don't think I'm muting anyone.
Yeah, no. And I just like, I just don't want to see it. Yeah. Like, and not to be a dick because if I'm happy for people, but like even like influencers, like people that watch all the time, like I just, because sometimes I feel, because in a way, and maybe this isn't the right way, but it works for me, and it doesn't come from a bad place. But what I see online is the environment that I'm putting myself in, right? So, in like on Pinterest, like I have all the stuff that only I like. Yeah. And like I like these people's stuff. Like I'm happy for people, but for me, like at times, you know, I need to just be able to see. I need to focus on my shit, and this is my way of focusing thing. Like I'm not people say like not say nobody says anything, but people I feel have this negative connotation with like muting, you know, or stuff like that. And maybe like I could be a dick, and if people want to call me a dick, then whatever, call me a dick. Like I'm happy.
No, I think once you explain yourself, then people understand.
Yeah, like I just don't want to see it at times. I'm like, okay, cool. Like Peter McKinnon, Matty Hopoja, like even some of my friends, like all these are like like really popular fucking photographers. Like they're great and they help me at times, but I need them. I only want to see their shit like when I want to. Yeah, it's like if I had it's like if I had a shitload of alcohol around my house all the time, I'm gonna drink it. Oh yeah, you know. But like not having it around is easier for me to not do. Yeah. So I don't buy beer every weekend because if I buy beer every weekend, I'm probably gonna drink it all. Yeah. If I'm seeing all, and then you know, and then this becomes your life. If I see all this shit online all the time, and you know, and I can easily just get off, you know.
It's not that easy though.
No, and I'm just trying to be, and that's why like on my podcast and like in this one, like I just try to be transparent and vocal about it. And like I said, people want to get mad about it because people are so fucking immature about social media. There's like, you blocked me. Yeah. Blah, blah. I was like, yeah.
We talked about this. Remember we said like we're gonna go through life.
How we doing, boys?
Everything good?
One bar.
For what?
Oh, we can wrap, dude.
Yeah, we're almost
pretty soon.
But yeah, we talked about lost my train of thought.
We talk about a lot of shit.
I know we do talk a lot about it. A lot about shit.
We talk a lot about booty shit, bro.
But no, man. Man, you dropped some hard knowledge on the Slob on the Pod. I don't think
not knowledge, but just
you dropped some facts, dude. Facts. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Facts? We talked about the fact that like we're gonna go through life not being 100% truthful with a lot of people.
Oh, we did,
and it bugs me because it's like. People are always like, just like, tell me what's wrong with me. It's like, trust me, you don't want to know what I think what's wrong with you because the minute I do, we're no longer friends or you're going to leave me. Yeah. Or like, and it pisses me off, but it's just the life we live. And it's like one of those things that's like, it just is what it is. Yeah. You know?
Being human's hard.
And me and you, and that's what I think what keeps me from like going crazy is I have friends like that, like you, and that I can like tell you like, hey, I kind of feel this way. And you're like, dude, me too. And I'm like, then I just and then open the floodgates, and I just have more things to tell you. Like, oh, and then we kind of find out, and I like that I have that because it saves me. Because then it's just like, okay, cool. Well, then I'm, then I can live my life
with
like,
chosen few though.
Exactly.
I had to learn that the hard way. Because I am very vocal and I am very open, and I made that mistake, and I never knew that could possibly be not a negative thing, but because I realized too, like, you're in a weird way, like, I don't want to drop all your info on other people.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that the hard way, and that shit sucks. But that's life. Like, it is what it is. But and when you were saying the lying thing, so people can have full context of like what we were talking about, is like, you're not lying. You're just doing the best you can with the information that you have
without hurting their
feelings. Like, because you're a human fucking being. You're not just gonna blatantly say some shit. I think you're annoying as fuck. Just shut up sometimes. It's like, that's what you think in your head, but like, there's a lot that goes into that, right? It's like, okay, and then it always happens like after you both get mad. Or like with somebody, like if you both get mad with somebody and then you get time to cool off and you're like, all right, well, I don't really think you're annoying at the time. I just thought what you were doing was annoying because I did something, and then I would like, it's a lot. So like, I don't know, man, you have to just be patient with other people and yourself. Like, and I hate telling people what to do, but for my experience lately, that is the number one thing, is just patience with myself first and then with others. Yeah. Because if I can't, like, say I do something wrong, and I can't forgive myself for knowing that I did something wrong, I'm not going to be able to forgive myself and move on, because I'm going to be hanging on the shelf and be like, I'm a fucking idiot. Why did I do that? And then I'm not going to be able to forgive the other person. So, I don't know, man. It's, life is hard, but yeah, you got to be able
Life is hard.
Yeah, life is hard. It's challenging, but it's also, like we were saying, it's amazing, because everything that happens to you is a learning experience. And if you can look on the bright side of it, it sounds so fucking corny, but if you can just have PMA, and if you can just have positivity and
take PMA, positive mental
attitude, it's all good. I don't need a camera.
Yeah, it's fine.
If you can have, that the patience to sit back and breathe and think through what you're doing, and have the patience with yourself and forgive yourself for shit, then that's all you can do. Because like, you can do something and fucking stick behind it, and then get mad, because I've done that plenty of times. I still do it. Like, I still do it on the micro level. I realize how much I do it, because I always thought like things that you're happy about are like at a massive scale, but I do things that I dislike on a mini scale, and I don't even realize it. Yeah. Like, where I'll stand behind some stupid ass thing that I said. I'm like, okay, it doesn't even matter. Why am I, But being okay with it and moving on, like, that's what they say, like, just move on. Yeah. You got to be able to move on from that, accept it, know you're going to do better, and try to move on from it.
Yeah. And sometimes moving on makes me feel like a bitch.
Yeah, me too.
Like, so you're not going to say anything about it? Like, you feel a certain way?
Oh, me too.
It's like, no, dude, like, I'd rather not say anything, because I know where this goes if I do say something. Yeah. I know if some feelings are going to be hurt, some people are going to be mad. Yeah. So I'd rather just like, okay. Like, and I think I applaud myself, because I think whenever people, I can tell when people are like really like, no, like, you got to see it this way, you got to see it my way. I can pull back and be like, all right, like, I'll
hear you out.
Yeah, and I'll just hear you out, but I won't say anything else, because I'm just like, all right, this pretty much shows me like anything I say doesn't matter to you. Yeah. We all have to believe your way, and I applaud myself, because I'll just be like, all right, that's cool, man. Like, I can see that, and then I try to end it right there. Yeah, but.
Yeah, man, a lot of times, like, people just want to be heard, and people just want to be listened to. Yeah. And that's, but people don't know how to say that. Mm-hmm. And I had to learn how to say that too. It's like, I just want you to listen and not say anything. Please.
Yeah, with my girl, I get that a lot. Like, every time it's before I even say anything, I'll just be like, look, I don't want you to say anything. Just listen. I just want you to hear me, and I don't need your opinion. I just want to vent to you, and that's it.
Don't tell me what to do.
At the end, just give me a hug, and then we'll just be able, I just need to get it out of me. And she'll be like, okay. And I'll do it. And I'll feel so great, because then and it kind of bugs me, because then I'm like, she's probably thinking some stuff she wants to tell me, but like, I don't need that. Yeah. I feel so much better now that it's out of me, because just getting it out sometimes is just relief.
And if it takes, if somebody needs to talk about it too, like if you got something on your mind and like something needs to be addressed, something needs to be agreed on both parties. Because like, if you try to fucking have a conversation with somebody, they don't want to talk, you're just wasting your time too.
Yeah, of course.
You got to tell, like, like, and I had to learn this too for myself. I'm like, can we have a conversation right now? It's like, are you willing to talk about this right now? Yeah. And some people are like, no. I'm like, okay, well, let me know when you're ready. And then you got to move on.
Because then they got something else going on too. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. So, it's just, Yeah, it's just a lot of trial and error with people.
Just 100. Just love each other, man. Be nice. Just be nice to people.
Yeah, dude, just fucking love each
Just
other.
fucking
dude.
hug each other and tug a ween once in a while.
Yeah, dude, suck it every now
Tug-
and then. Come on, dude. Come on, no, just kidding. Come on, why you have?
Why you gotta do me like that?
Why you gotta do it? No, man. No, I think we can wrap up because
Yeah, I gotta
we had
piss in
some
my
pretty
fat dick.
hardcore stuff. It started out really great and ended even better. I'm glad you're here. Real quick, where can they find you at? I know you have like Instagram. You have like so much shit. You have like Yumacine. You have
Yeah.
Eric.
My personal stuff is Eric _Castaños, and my podcast is Yuma. I think just Yumacine,
Mhm.
and then website is ericcastanos.com to find everything.
And then you got Orale Collective.
Oh, and then we have the studio Orale Collective. It's where Jared and I we have a little space, a little 300 square foot space where we do like minis and photos, and it's pretty much my office. So, and that's Orale Collective.
Yep. And then that's another thing too. If you guys will catch this probably this weekend, in more than enough time. But book your minis now. He's got Christmas minis. Go on his Instagram. Go on Jared's. Go on Keeks. Orale Collective. Just look at the past one they've done. They've been amazing. Halloween one was like a fucking Haunted Mansion theme.
Yeah.
So sick. I wish I would have got one. They have Christmas coming up. I'm definitely getting one. So you guys should. But yeah, thanks again, brother, for coming all the way out here.
I love you.
I can't wait to have you on again. I really need to move these fucking mics.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thanks, Hector, again for recording.
Oh, thank you, boys.
We need
Appreciate
to
you
get some
guys.
production out here.
I know.
But
Cool.
all right.